Menopause, understand your battle so you can stay on top at work. Can emphasize with any woman going through the menopause, even more so with those at work. I went into menopause early when a cyst had wrapped itself around my fallopian tube and was also attached to my ovary. The tube and the ovary had to be removed, sending me into early menopause. So yes, I do understand what you are going through. Knowing how frightening the experience can be, how you don't understand what is going on with your body and your emotions. Everyone knows about hot flushes, and many people are aware of mood swings, but those are just part of a much bigger picture. How this can impact on women, not only physically and mentally, but on the wider picture at work and life in general. When you are armed with knowledge of what's going on, you can understand the battle you have, and how you can stay on top of things. What is perimenopause? Perimenopause means around menopause, but the term is used to define the time of change as a woman approaches menopause. It's a time that can be just as debilitating as menopause and the symptoms just as scary. A woman is considered to be in menopause when she has not had a menstrual period for 12 months. Perimenopause is the time leading up to that cessation, and the changes do not happen all at the same time or in the same order for each person. There is no menopause or perimenopause checklist. In fact, let's be honest here, it's only the last couple of years that one of the most natural health occurrences that will affect approximately 50% of the world population has been brought out into the open at all. Thankfully, discourse is starting about menopause and helping women to get through it. One way that will help more women through the phase is a greater understanding of what to expect, the knowledge that those strange and worrying symptoms are normal, that it will get better, and you do have a future to look forward to. What causes menopause? Perimenopause begins when your body produces less estrogen and progesterone, and eventually the ovaries stop making those hormones altogether. For most women, menopause happens in their 50s. Some experience it earlier, some considerably earlier, and some, like me, have an induced menopause. Perimenopause can begin up to 10 years before menopause, or last a few months. What are the symptoms? The effects of this transition period of our bodies as we approach menopause include allergies, anxiety, bladder control, bloating, burning tongue, brain fog or memory lapse, brittle nails, changes in body odor, changes or loss of libido, depression, digestive issues, dizziness, electric shocks, firing of neurons, fatigue, headaches, hot flushes, insomnia, irritability, irregular heartbeats, irregular periods, joint pain and stiffness, loss of hair, mood swings, muscles tighten, night sweats, osteoporosis, panic disorder, pins and needles, or the feeling of crawling insects under the skin, poor concentration, soreness breasts, tingling sensations in the extremities, vaginal dryness, weight gain. You are not going mad. Due to the lack of knowledge about menopause, many women feel as though they are going mad. They are ashamed to talk to anyone about what they are going through. Often when women do go to the general practitioner to seek help, they are given antidepressants, with many women being told they are too young for it to be menopause. The lack of knowledge and information is staggering. However, perimenopause symptoms are easily mistaken for depression because the medical staff don't know any better. Although the NHS guidelines are that antidepressants should not be given to treat menopause, doctors will only treat what they believe is in front of them. So they are not to blame. The menopause is only a tiny part of the curriculum that doctors study to qualify, and it's only those who opt for additional women's health training who have a better understanding of the effects. Younger women especially who experience the symptoms of perimenopause visit health practitioners who discount early onset menopause because they believe that the woman in front of them is too young. A frightening time is compounded by the prescription of antidepressant drugs that frequently don't help. Of course, I don't want to belittle the need for antidepressants for those who are suffering depression. It is worth mentioning though, that in a 2020 documentary on Channel 4, presented by Davina McCall, women spoke about being prescribed antidepressants for menopause. Mental health. The impact on a woman's mental health is huge. Worrying about what the brain fog means, and fear about things like dementia, or other mental health concerns only serve to compound the emotions and negativity that many women go through. It's good to talk about it. Frequently, women will say how they suffered in silence over fears for their mental health. Many say they were afraid or embarrassed to talk to anyone about what was going on with the mind and body. Women felt they had nowhere to turn. Those who did seek medical advice were frequently disappointed. Women end up in a destructive downward spiral of despair and anxiety, feel exhausted because they cannot sleep, and struggle to cope with a body that is too hot, red and sweaty, and then cold and clammy. Then they have mood swings, and experience aggressive thoughts and unexplained fears. Going forward, the shift in the last few years for more knowledge about menopause will hopefully see more women coming forward for effective treatment, sooner and less suffering as their mothers, grandmothers and sisters have. What age does it happen? There are no hard and fast rules. As mentioned, there is no checklist, and that includes when it will start or how severe someone's symptoms will be. There are a variety of factors why some women will start menopause sooner than others, as with my story. Just because the accepted norm is for perimenopause symptoms to begin in a woman's 50s, does not mean that it's right. We know that perimenopause can start in the 30s or wait until the 50s. Many women will be aware of one or some of the symptoms listed above by their mid-40s, but that is not a definite timeframe. Even without surgical intervention, menopause can kick in at any age after puberty. Is HRT safe? HRT is perfectly safe to use for most women. Risks of getting cancer from HRT are minimal, as you can see from the documentary Sex Myths and Menopause. However, in some cases where women have already had cancer, often due to overproduction of estrogen. In this case, HRT is not possible, and this is where a holistic approach can help. What to do if you think you started menopause? First off, write down all your symptoms, what they are, and how often you are having them, and when they started. Research where your nearest menopausal clinic is. Then book an appointment with your GP. Do you not see your GP without going fully armed with facts and your symptoms? As training for the GPs is very minimal for menopause, and women often find too often, not they are being confused with having anxiety or depression. Give medication which just does not help. Ask your GP to either put you on HRT, or refer you to a menopausal clinic. Always go armed with the knowledge of what is happening with your body, and how often. Sign up to my mailing list for a free menopausal symptom guide, and 5-minute guided relaxation MP3 at hypnotherapydebono.com. Solution-focused hypnotherapy helps. There is good news. The more you know about menopause, the more prepared you can be. In fact, it's not just strong women who go through menopause and say they came out the other side stronger. Any woman with the right tools at her disposal can come out the other side stronger. You too can embrace the life change and see it like the changing of the seasons, something that will pass. While you're waiting to come out on the other side, some practical solutions that you can arm yourself with and be the strong, independent woman you have always been at work. Helpful tips. 1. Talk about it with your line manager, supervisor or boss. There is no shame, it is a rite of passage as a woman. This allows your company to put in place any wellness policy they have on the menopause. This also covers you should you ever need to take legal action for unfair dismissal due to menopausal symptoms. 2. Have a fan at work, this will help cool you down, we need to. 3. Looking to change in diet, there are many foods out there that will enhance your moods. Look into hiring a dietitian. 4. Exercise, if you're not doing so already, introduce yourself to Pilates or yoga, it's gentle but effective. You can now do this face-to-face or in the comfort of your own home. Ever best for you. 5. Invest in something like a Chillmax pillow. This will keep you cool at night, so you can have a better sleep. 6. Hypnotherapy sessions will help by giving you the tools you need. You can improve your positivity, learn stress management techniques, and banish anxiety. Remember, antidepressants do not help with anxiety or depression for menopause. I know firsthand how hypnotherapy can give you back the control, reduce hot flushes, and beat insomnia. Help women in business and work of all ages stay focused, improve concentration, help control the built-in thermostat, and overcome the debilitating effects of menopause and other women's health issues, so they can live a happier, healthier life and maintain a good relationship with family, friends, and work colleagues. For more information on this, visit Marie at hypnotherapydebono.com today.